we and what are we looking for very quick in that episode. So now that we got the introduction from episode 1 out of the way, episode 2, we get right into doing the job. And that's, I really liked what you said, and I want everybody to remember that too. And I've said this for several years. I have never came home empty-handed, ever. Because when I go out, I'm going out with this great group of guys. And not only are we working on mutual interests and working together, where one man is a little weaker, another man's strong. When it comes to a team, we pull each other along as we go. None of them are behind another person. We're all beside each other, out there doing what we're doing and what we enjoy doing. And the night times that come around, maybe we're sitting around the campfire and we're camping out in the woods. That just being together and learning each other's, likes and dislikes, it really comes with quite a gift, quite a treasure in itself. And not only does that friendship, not only do I call that a treasure, that adventure of being out there, getting fresh air, getting out there in the wilderness. We do a lot of off-trail hiking. So we'll use the vehicles to go on the dirt roads. This is the way we treasure hunt usually. You leave home in a comfortable vehicle. You take that comfortable vehicle, you get on a dirt road, and you take that until you can't take that vehicle anymore. Then you hop in the UTVs or ATVs. You take that where you can't take it anymore, and then you take your legs and you continue walking where there are no trails. So that type of exploration is a treasure all in itself. We find all kinds of man-made structures that have been lost with time. We find a lot of really cool things out there.
Oh boy, and I can attest. Well, once the episode that I'm in airs, we'll talk more about that.
Yeah.
But definitely being out in the middle of nowhere, and we only, hydration.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about that many a times on here, Amanda and I, about how often we were out hunting, and you're so engrossed in what you're doing, and you're passionate about it, and you could tell stories of that later, but boy, I know that just when we were filming, it was so hot, and we were out in the middle of nowhere, and even if we had water with us, a lot of times we were on foot, and that water was back at the ATV,
vehicles.
So the vehicles or something. So, yeah.
I want all the listeners to know that when Gypsy came out with us, we just kind of threw in the mix of things that we've been doing for many years, and I was very impressed, Gypsy. You kept up with us. You knew what we were talking about. You had fun with us, and I was very happy to have you with us, and I'm very proud to be able to show you and everybody else, what we did. And you are coming on episode 4. So episode 4 will have Gypsy, and I thought you did very good, Gypsy. And you know what? I just want to say I think you're a great person. I think the first time we actually met, wasn't it the Garrett treasure hunt?
Yeah, I think that was at the Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt. And,
that's right.
Let's see.
Did we meet before that, or that was the first time we actually met face to face?
I think that's the first time we actually talked. Yeah, we might have crossed paths before that, but really got to know each other a little there and spoke for
I could
a short
tell.
while.
Yeah, I could tell when we first met that you were very similar to me. We had that same interest, and that's our passion and what we love doing. And when I noticed that, we talked a little bit for the next couple of days here and there when we crossed paths. And I remember thinking to myself, she is no different than I am. Let's get Gypsy involved with this. I want to share this adventure, and I want her to be able to share her adventures with us as well. So, yeah, I'm very excited to show episode 4. And thank you, Gypsy, again for coming out with us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for inviting me and to be a part of of y'all's adventure. And like I had said earlier, definitely with the things I'm working on starting in December, just the very beginning part of filming, there'll be a lot more, and I would love to get you and your team members involved in some of that, and we can definitely help each other out. I think it'll be a great and a fun way, because it's inevitable that I think with a lot of our research and the different types of adventures and treasures we're going after, or history research that we're going after for whatever, those paths cross in some way. And especially with your knowledge and my knowledge, and when they do, I feel like, like what you said earlier, if we can work together as a team to, help combine that knowledge, it just makes it even greater. So I'm really excited about that. I think we had some questions. Did you notice any questions in chat?
No, my chat went down.
Oh, okay. Well, let me find this then. So we did have a question. Let me find it real quick. And we're getting close to the end of time here, unfortunately. Okay, from Ohio, Relic Hunter. When the team is out, do they knock the Karens over and the
gosh. That's a good question. I know where he's going with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I know where he's going with that.
Not the remote locations. Yeah.
So I'll finish off by first, let's answer that question. I try educating people on that all the time. I cannot tell you how many old rock cairns, or what we call here rock monuments, that I have found destroyed. Sometimes I can find bullet holes in them. Sometimes I've come across a ancient Indian panel of art rock, and I see that people are shooting them with guns. I've talked to treasure hunters throughout all these years, and I've tried working with certain treasure hunters. Now, these are the more quiet treasure hunters. You won't find them on social media, and I think I know why. After talking with them and trying to collaborate with them and trying to, work together, I've been told from many people, from their own mouth, that they'll start showing me a picture. One of my biggest things is, if I don't know you, let's meet at a restaurant. Let's meet in a public place. I don't mind talking treasure. In fact, lots of times I've been in a restaurant with my team or other known treasure hunters where the restaurant's loud, and 10, 15 minutes into our conversation, everybody's quiet and they're looking at us going, what are treasure? What? We can turn a lot of heads, but that's what I do. And I've had people show me a picture. Hey, look, we found this. And I'm looking at the picture going, oh my gosh, this is ancient. This is ancient. Where'd you find this? Okay, you don't have to tell me, but, are you taking care of it? And, let's be careful with that. And they're like, oh, no, we destroyed it. And I sit there and stare at them for a minute. And I go, okay, why did you destroy it? Well, we thought there was a treasure underneath it, or there might have been a treasure underneath it. And I cannot help it. Those kind of people, it's probably better to educate people than to get mad at them. I can't help to feel upset with them when they do that, because I've seen pictures where I'm looking at it going, oh my gosh, you guys are onto something. I want to help you. Let me help you. Oh, well, that's gone now. We dug down, and then they show me more pictures. Look at this tunnel. We dug 20 feet in the ground with hand shovels. You did what? You tore down an ancient structure that was supposed to be pointing you in the right direction to give you a clue of something that's more significant than that structure, and you tore it apart? You just ruined that clue. You just ruined that history. No one can study that now and find out who built it, when they built it, and what does it mean. So if that's what you're referring to, absolutely not. We protect history. And I have 3 books that are coming out, 3 published books. They'll be coming out here very soon. In the last year, I've written 3 books. And if I learned that becoming a published author gave me a voice. It's something that even in my own TV show, I have to consider shortening it to make it entertaining so people will watch it. The same with my blogs. If I go on and on and on, people won't read it. We all kind of know what that means. There's certain things. If it's a video, it has to be entertaining. If it's a blog, it has to be short and sweet. If it's a media or social media post, you have to catch their eyes in a couple seconds or they won't read it. Well, writing the book, full illustrated book or full books that I've been writing, these 3 books, I finally found a way how to really get in depth, sharing trade secrets, educating people. And every one of those books talks about people destroying history. So I want to teach people. And if anything, I would appreciate someone getting a hold of me before they destroy something that could be ancient or could even be 150 years old and show me a picture. And I can kind of help tell them what I think that might be rather than assume there's buried treasure underneath and then destroy it.
Right. And I know that in the episode that I'm in, with some of the stuff that we discovered, we touched on some of this in that episode. So that's some stuff that they can look forward to come episode 4. And I'm sure other episodes when, you do find the carvings and the different meanings, and what they were there for, and also to be able to tell something, whether it's truly ancient or not just some modern, art that somebody carved. And
right.
I'm anxious to really see, to see your future episodes, but especially about your books coming out. If you don't mind, can you give us a little bit more information on when they will be coming out and how people can go about purchasing these books, etc.?
As soon as you asked me that, I was thinking I'm almost more afraid to talk about my books coming out than talking about major networks planning things on their TV show. This is what I can tell you. This is what I can tell you, Gypsy. It is a very well-known publisher. A very good group of people, very professional. They know what they're doing. I am under contract, and as of right now, this week, they are coming up with the schedule of when these books are going to come out, and what they need to do to get them ready to come out. I can tell you, all 3 books are written. I can tell you they're right up all of our alleys. And if you watch Uncharted Expedition, it's and Gypsy, the things that me and you have talked about, it's all there. Like I said, I finally found a way to express and teach by writing full-length books. And so the information's there, but unfortunately, the contract states that I cannot talk about it other than I wrote them and they're coming out until we start marketing them. So the publisher,
okay.
I can tell you this, they sell more books on Amazon than any publisher in the United States. They won awards that many publishers don't win or don't get. So I can promise everybody this, when they are ready to come out, they're going to spare no expense with the marketing. They're going to let everybody know that they're coming out. And they're going to do a great job with the artwork. They're going to do a great job with spreading the word. But unfortunately, I cannot tell you anything else other than they are historical treasure hunting books that will not only be entertaining and knowledgeable, but they'll also point every reader to some really cool stuff. So
that's exciting.
Well, that's fantastic. We're all definitely excited, and I know our listeners are excited, so we can't wait. I know that eventually we would love to have more of your team on, and maybe we can start planning that soon. I'm hoping maybe after the episode airs when I'm in it, like by episode 4, maybe we can have you all back on, and that'll give time for part of the, the Christmas holidays to all be over with. And that way we can talk more in depth, and more episodes will be out, so there'll be a lot of stuff. And then maybe by then your books and stuff will be released, and we can